Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is the voice of Sam and you are looking at Schein, a brand new upcoming game. It's going to Steam shortly. It's a new 2D puzzler which looks very cool. The idea and the mechanics of it. I'm not going to describe them to you, I'm going to hopefully let the game show you them. I have literally just jumped into this. We are diving into a immediate first impressions of the game. And then after the video I will recommend it to you, or I will tell you to burn it in the fire. Hopefully recommend it to you. So first things first, first impressions, immediately first impressions, well, what you can tell from a game. It's visuals. I think it's visual style, I think it's going to be hit and miss. I think some people are going to like it, some people not so much. I think it's passable. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. The thing I also noticed is there's no mouse controls. Well, I mean, obviously this is fine because there's clearly no need for a mouse, but it's a bit weird because I'm using the arrow keys as opposed to WSD. You can, I think, rebind the keys. Yeah, all keys are fully rebindable. That's fantastic. But there's no mouse controls even in the menus. So, I mean, that might turn people off, but it's a menu at the end of the day, not a game, so don't judge an entire game based off a menu. So, let's move on with it, shall we? It's very eerie.
How long has it been? Days.
Is this voice acting? No offense.
Months.
It's very deadpan.
Every day I come back here. To the place I last saw him.
Yeah, the voice acting is
Tone. Why is it glowing?
Yeah, no, this voice acting is poor as shit.
How are these floating in midair?
Oh, good. Self-aware video games, don't we all love them? We do. Well, I do. When they deserve to be self-aware. So far, this hasn't done anything to not deserve that right.
Looks like a dead end. Can't even see the bottom of the pit. Guess I have to turn back.
But you have already come this far.
What was that? I must be imagining things.
Jump. It is the only way.
Okay, so at least it's not making you make an immediate leap of faith.
Am I alive?
But
Yes.
it's still quite scary. Yeah, it's weird, the aesthetic. I mean, this is a pre-release. I feel the need to note that. You know, I mean, the reflection's quite nice in the bottom, but it's like, look at this brown area up here as opposed to the ground. This ground is really nicely textured. I really like the sort of cartoonistic, sort of almost comic book design of it. But then this brown mud is such a solid colour. It's horrible.
Now, look what we have here. A lost wanderer, and in such a dangerous swamp.
See, she's a much better voice actress.
That light. That's you, isn't it? What do you want from me?
Why so rude, little fellow? Maybe I don't want anything from you at all. Maybe I want to help you.
Don't be ridiculous. Spirits don't help people. My son, he's gone.
Are you so sure? You know, spirits are also magical.
Magical.
Look at me. I am a floating ball of fire. Quite magical, wouldn't you say?
Yes. But how would you help me?
I have certain powers. Just take me with you and you will see.
What do you mean by powers?
Do not worry. My flame will not harm you. It can make you see things in a different light. You will understand soon enough.
I'm not sure if I should trust you.
Well, you really have no choice other than to climb back up. It looks quite far from here.
Guess you're right. All right. Let's get going. But I'm watching you.
Yeah, the voice acting is going to get very annoying, but I'm rather hoping that... Oh!
What's this? Everything looks...
That is what I meant with my light change.
He's really happy!
You mean there are
Happy
unseen
sad,
walls?
happy sad, happy sad.
Of course.
Okay, I'm not going to
There's
get bored of
always
that.
more to your surroundings than meets the eye.
Sure. What happened to me?
Green.
What? Oh, you mean your new look? Well, since you're a part of this world, you change as well. Do you understand?
I feel the need to know, you might be noticing a bit of stuttering here. The game itself doesn't do that. This is due to Fraps. Fraps is having some issues recently. I'm going to start just recording everything via DxTory instead. It's much, much easier. Well, it's not easier, but it's causing less lag with games. So the game itself, any frame drops you're noticing, doesn't have that. It's perfectly fine. So if I go back through here, I'm assuming that's where I have to go, because it's a dead end there. Platforms. Okay, so there's going to be hidden platforms throughout the game. There's a game come out recently like this. It's very cool about core and stuff like this. I forget what it's called. It'll be Core Symphony. That was pretty neat. I do like creative sort of light and colour puzzlers like this.
Ah!
Oops! Okay, I just wasn't paying attention there. Okay. Ooh. It does mean that some of the jumps are still sort of leap of faith-ish. You don't know if... Because of the sort of small aura you've got around your light. Yeah, it's like here. When you're up on this platform, you can't sort of... Oh, well, I guess you can see that. While you're here... I'm nitpicking a bit, but this small aura of light means that sometimes you can't see it. So it's sometimes a leap of faith, but... They're mostly placing the platforms in a good way, but sometimes you could say that it's a bit too close. I mean... How do you fail that segment? Well, I did earlier. You know, I jumped on the spikes, but other than that, doesn't seem much of a way. I might actually step over to DxTory in a moment, because this frame drop's getting a bit annoying. And it is not the game.
It is a portal, which allows you to quickly travel through the swamp.
Is it safe?
Of course it is. What kind of guide would I be if I put you in danger?
And where does this door lead?
You will see. Now come on, do not dawdle.
Doddle, doddle. I love the word doddle. I don't know what it is. It's fun. Oh, up. Sorry. I don't know why I thought that was enter. This game is interesting. This game is interesting thus far. That's my immediate impression. Interesting. But, whether it does many things different to other sort of puzzlers that do this, I don't know. I think we'll see. I like the aesthetic in it. I like how, I mean, if I turn the light off.
What a way to travel.
You better get used to it.
I already feel
Look
I'm
at how
losing my way.
grim this place is.
I need a map.
Even your main
to have
character,
after I
how
find my son.
sulky he is, just,
I
you
will
know,
not
immediately.
help
I
you,
mean, he's quite happy
Yeah,
here. But,
I think I should draw a map.
Suit yourself, but a lousy map will not help you in this murky place.
it's such a sort of horrible place to be in, and I think it works in the game's favour in a way, and emphasises the okay, the whole need for this light. It makes things happier looking, and even over the spikes, they look just the fact that they're not so brown and ordinary. It's nicer. They're horrible death spikes, but they're nicer to look at now. Oop. So I think it works well in its favour. I mentioned Colour Symphony earlier, but it's very minimalist. And I think this game works slightly better than Colour Symphony does because of how non-minimalist it is, because of its aesthetic. I think some people, like I say, I think it's going to be hit and miss for most people, but I think it's working very, very well. I mean, the obvious comparison is Colour Symphony, but at the same time, how much do you want to compare them? Because Colour Symphony is free. You can say it's minimalist and very basic, but at the end of the day, that game's 100% free. This game is not. This game costs money. The decision of whether this game is worth it or not, well, that's a decision you're going to have to make. Really. I think it's that sort of game. I can recommend it based on my tastes.
Say, what's with these stones?
But,
I mean, why did they start glowing?
yeah,
red?
good question,
They
actually.
react to all creatures and serve as guideposts to make sure you do not get lost.
So it's
You think
checkpoint if I
my son
die.
came along this way?
Perhaps.
So,
Ah!
oops. Did those... Okay. So, they can actually make horrible things appear as well. I see. Okay. I was being incompetent there. Right. Yeah, I can recommend this game based on my taste, but whether it's for you or not, well, that's something you have to decide, and I think games like this very much depend on your own personal preference. That sound I set was pretty lame. Just saying. Just saying. It's difficult to talk about facts with games like this. I think a lot of it comes with the experience and the way you interpret certain things. I can tell you whether the puzzles are imaginative or not. But again, it's a lot of sort of, you know, what do you determine as a good puzzle yourself? I can tell you the facts of whether something, like whether a sound I said is good or not. But most of this, I think, comes from interpretation. And I think in the opening segment, you're going to see a lot of whether or not this is going to be something you're going to want to play. And I feel like a lot of this, in much the same way Limbo was a game that you had to sort of try for yourself. Just watching someone else play Limbo was never a way to experience Limbo.
What is this place?
I think this game's going to be very similar, so I don't want to show you too much of it, just the basics, and then decide whether or not you want to buy it, because...
How come there are portals?
Oops.
Floating platforms? These glowing stones?
Well, this is not an ordinary swan. If it were, neither of us would be here, would we? Few know how it came about, but do not worry. As long as I am with you, it is a safe enough place to be.
And what happens if you're not?
See, it's not that safe. I mean, I've died multiple times, lady. So this one needs to jump. Oof. Jump. Wow. Oh, Jesus. You can make things spawn in you. That's brutal. But yeah, like I was saying, I think I'm just going to show you a short bit of this, because I think everything's pretty clear now. And then let you experience it for yourself. Because I can tell you that now for nothing that I'm recommending this game. Certainly. Okay, let's see if we can make this jump. Huh! Well, yeah, but I'm a bit screwed. Oh, no, I'm okay. Over here, fantastic. Okay, we'll get to the next checkpoint, I think, and then call it a day, because I think by now you will know whether or not this game is for you. Okay, so on here, on here, on here. I think it creates an interesting sense of platforming, certainly. So basically I need to jump. Yeah, it makes platforming a very interesting affair. I'm guessing we're going to see more of these little furry things, and they're going to offer us more colours and stuff like this, and the game's going to get more complex. I mean, that's the obvious solution, and that's a thing that happened. Well, we may not get to the next checkpoint at this rate, but here's hoping. Down here, and there we go. Level complete. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, I think that is more than enough. I don't know how long I've been recording for. It doesn't feel like that long, but I think that's more than enough from recording purposes. Maybe I'll continue this as a series, but I don't feel like this is the point. I feel like this is a game you have to experience yourself. You will know by now if this is a game for you. Aesthetic is completely whether you like it or not. I think it works very great. It creates a really sort of eerie atmosphere. I like the whole colour mechanic, and oh wow, it's actually making mechanisms. I mean, look at that. You know, it's such an interesting little mechanic and brilliantly realised. I think the music is good because I haven't even paid attention to it until right now. And the reason I think that's a good thing is because I think this place is supposed to feel really sort of alone and dark, and the music is sort of accompanying that feeling. So I think feeling like it's not even there, I think actually works. Yes, I recommend this game based on my personal preference. Whether or not this is a game for you or not, well, that's completely up to you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name has been Sam, and this has been Schein. It's coming out October 10th. Hope you enjoyed it.